In recognition of the rate at which young people involved in election violence as a result of drugs and substance abuse in Sierra Leone Unite has just completed the implementation of the project promoting youth awareness on drugs and substance abuse in Makeni City, Bombali District. The main objectives of the initiative were to increase response and awareness on drugs and substance abuse among youth, to encourage youth action against drugs abuse in the run-up to the general elections, to encourage ghetto youths to stay away from violence during and after the elections, and to advocate for policy action against the proliferation of harmful drugs in the communities. The following activities were undertaken to achieve these objectives. 1. Baseline survey. A baseline survey was done by volunteers of Sierra Leone Unite to know what drives youth to drugs and substance abuse, how drugs and substance abuse triggers their participation in violent activities, and also know which communities within Makeni City are more prone to drug abuse. From the baseline survey, the 5 communities to be targeted. 2. Capacity building workshop. A platform was created where stakeholders including tribal heads, teachers, medical personnel, security personnel, and others had a dialogue with young people from ghettos and other advocacy groups to discuss issues around drug and substance abuse through a capacity building workshop. A total of 30 people were present for the training. Among the 30 were 6 stakeholders and 24 youths. From the workshop, different sets of people were able to express what they think about drug abuse and proffer solutions on how to eradicate or reduce the intensity of drugs and substance abuse in their communities. 3. Awareness raising and community sensitization. 5 ghettos situated in Makeni City were targeted. These communities are Upper John Street, Makeni Market, Milty Lane, Makama, and Mabanta communities. A total of 120 ghetto youths were engaged. These ghetto youths, who are mostly assumed to be perpetrators of violence, were engaged on dangers of harmful drugs to their health and how these substances trigger them to involve in violent acts. They were also advised to stay peaceful on the day of elections and accept whatever outcomes the election brings. They promised not to engage in any violent acts throughout the elections. The outcomes of the initiative promoting youth awareness on drugs and substance abuse are as follows. 1. Stakeholder engagement. Stakeholders within the Makeni City promise to ensure that some of these harmful drugs are not made available to their communities by taking stringent measures on people who are involved in the distribution and sales of these substances. The security personnel assured that frequent raids will be conducted on the different ghettos within the city to get rid of the supply chain of harmful drugs. 2. Capacity building. The participants involved in the capacity building were able to suggest solutions as to how the government and decision makers, community stakeholders, youth and children can help combat drugs and substance abuse. These participants disseminated the message to their various youth groups they represented, which helped increase the reach to wider communities. 3. Community engagement and sensitization. Throughout the community engagement, the youths were able to be very receptive and appreciative of the messages they received. They created a conducive atmosphere and environment for more discussions on drug abuse. The leaders of these ghettos advised their members to stay away from violence and maintain peace throughout the election. Those who were present promised to relay the messages to others. A total of 120 youths were directly engaged from the 5 ghettos. 4. Wider coverage. With the help of the radio discussions, flyers, and short video messages circulated on social media, the initiative was able to get a wider coverage in the whole of Bombali district and the country at large. 5. Reduce violence. The election violence rate in the Makeni City was reduced as compared to previous elections. The initiative effectively decreased instances of electoral violence, promoting a more peaceful and inclusive democratic process. No form of violence was evident from all the communities and ghettos visited. Sierra Leone Unite wishes to express its profound thanks and appreciation to Kowloon Union Church in Hong Kong for supporting the project, and to all parties involved in the successful implementation of this initiative. This is Sierra Leone Unite. We inspire, connect, and equip a new generation of peace builders and national leaders.